right, coming up in the next segment, I've got a lot of news to hit, a lot of clips to get to, but also your phone calls to take. And Paul Joseph Watson will be here in the 4th hour hosting from London, England. Michael Savage, you know, is absolutely on target as an anthropologist. When I said nobody's bad from where they are or who they are, there are good people that come from these Islamic countries. There are good people that come from China, people that come from Germany, people that come from wherever. The point is humans are tribal. Humans are in gangs. Humans, you know, engage in these type of behaviors. I want to create a global understanding of human empowerment, free market, and open society based on chivalry, where we're all part of the tribe of being constructive and being good. And then rejecting evil, which is just systems of corruption and disinformation and deception. And that is a unifying system that will allow humanity to basically move to the next level. Savage obviously has a more cynical view, seeing how all this works, and knows that just because Christian cultures or whatever finally said, let's stop being barbarous and enslaving people, and then got the rest of the world to kind of move away from slavery, we then, because we actually care about it, are told we're the slave masters and the worst people in the world because we're the ones that will actually listen to it and feel bad. People aren't feeling bad in Africa or Asia or many areas in Asia or the Middle East where women are like animals, totally controlled. And the trendies don't want to hear how that's happening. They just want to go up to people that they see as dominant and henpeck you and try to bully you into submitting to them. They've never gone through rites of passage. I don't white male, white female, black black male, Hispanic, whatever. The trendies, they just have never been through rites of passage, never been in a bunch of fights, never anything. They're just arrested development at like age 20. They're now going out. They've been told you're bad. Normally dumbed down people want to be bullies. Real alpha predators aren't preying on humans, so they don't want to do that. They want to build something. And they want to come up and henpeck you and attack you because they're going through what they would have gone through in junior high, but now they're 20, and they were told, oh, Alex Jones is racist, so let's go over and punch him in the nose and see what happens. Then you punch him in the throat, and they go to the hospital, and they sue you, and they, well, yeah, I hit him, but then he crushed my larynx. Well, you attacked me. See how that works? So they're children trying to be in an adult's world. This is all about arrested development. All the mental illness, everything. So let's go ahead and play this clip. I never got to it yesterday with Spicer. The Spicer's come out and said, oh, she has her First Amendment. Let's go to the lady attacking him. Here it is. This is at an Apple store. The Russia stuff. You know, hit pause. I want to play this in the other piece when we come back because the two go together in his response. But just, and again, people are like, yeah, this is old news. It was 24 hours old. I didn't get to it yesterday. My analysis is new. But just imagine the mindset of all this where, oh, it's okay. Tribalism, again, he's an outsider. He's a Russian. Sean Spicer's a Russian agent who wants to cut taxes and secure the border and not let jihadis in and give $25 billion to black colleges and bring in trillions of dollars in the stock market and hundreds of billions of new jobs. Well, my God, thank God the Russians are here. Of course, he's not a Russian. But see, for her, as an Indian American, the highest demographic of money making for women and men, she wants to run over to some guy that's making $101,000 a year on average as a white male, makes $26,000 a year. But it doesn't matter. She gets to feel good and have her tribalism and run up and peck at him and attack. We'll be right back to play both the clips together in context. Stay with us. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back live. I'm Alex Jones, your host. Paul Watson will host the 4th hour from London, England. Nightly News tonight, 7 o'clock Central Time. Again, I'm your host, Alex Jones. Infowars.com is the main news website. We'll go over some of those headlines for you here in just a moment. I didn't get to this yesterday, but I want to comment on it now. Paul Watson wrote an article about a wealthy Indian American woman from India who puts out all these tweets saying white people are inherently bad, inherently racist, inherently evil. She doesn't get that that's just basic tribalism from the media to divide and conquer that she's projecting on people. And she's at an Apple store in D.C. and runs into Sean Spicer, the White House press secretary, who's now come out yesterday evening in a press conference, said, hey, she has a First Amendment, it's fine, let her do it. So he took the high road. But it's the way she's saying, oh, the Russians, are you with them? Are you involved in this treason? You have the globalists that are taking our sovereignty, coming in, taking over our nation, enslaving our people, selling us out. And then, oh, that the media, the discredited media says, oh, Trump's a Russian agent. So the Russians want to cut our taxes. They want to secure our military, secure our borders, expand our military, get low-interest loans to small businesses, get rid of the carbon taxes and other prohibitive systems that have shut our economy down. Wow, well, then I guess the Russians really care about America. They want to make America great again. Russia can barely run its own country after 70-plus years of communism. It's trying to stabilize itself. But they're saying that Russia is what's running the whole world and is the reason Le Pen is ahead in the polls in France, and is the reason that Wilders is ahead in the Netherlands, and is the reason that Italy didn't vote to give up its sovereignty completely to the EU. My God, it's magical, like the Lucky Charms leprechaun. I mean, the Russians can do everything. They put my boots on this morning. Here it is. Yeah, the Russians put my boots on this morning, folks. Now, obviously, anybody that's a thinking person knows this is bull. So ask yourself, who do they think they're targeting? Well, they're targeting a bunch of freaked out people that have recently come to this country from all different parts of the world who feel like they're oppressed and feel like they're in a caste system and feel like everybody's out to get them and feel like they're not cool at the party. I learned real early going to events and going to country clubs and going anywhere that people that acted insecure, whether they were black or white or whatever, people didn't go over and talk to them. People that acted outgoing and like they were having a great time, everybody came over to. I remember saying when I was like 8 years old, I go, Dad, everybody is so nice to you and likes you so much. Well, he goes, well, because I'm outgoing, son. I'm nice. I'm charming. You know, you're a child, so you're a little insecure. That's normal, so you're not too outgoing and get into trouble. But by the time you're a teenager, things will activate in your mind to make you want to be outgoing and to go out and do things and have risk behavior. So you leave our hut and go out and create your own family. So you got into anthropology and sociology and psychology, human psychology. You call it animal psychology. But he said most people never even leave the hut, or even if they do, they psychologically don't. And so they have chips on their shoulders. They're scared. And so they have that attitude. And then other people that are insecure resonate with that and then act the same way back. Then they believe people don't like them. And that's what the universities and all this political correctness do, is they try to create failed individuals that believe everyone's out to get them. So can we pull the article up? I had it yesterday, or can you print it from me? It was a Paul Watson article about Sean Spicer confronted by a crazed woman at an Apple store. I mean, everybody knows the story now. I wanted to give you her name, the demographics. She's got a big, successful company. There it is. Crazy woman shouts at Sean Spicer about fascist Trump in Apple store. Meltdown. We have a great country, Sean Spicer says, brushing her off. Such a great country that allows you to be here. So she just wants to be dominant. She wants to go out. She's in the demographic group that makes the most money. She's in the female demographic group that makes the most money, because Indians are hardworking, smart folks. But she's bought into the new form of dominance. She's going to go further. She's going to get the White House press secretary and show the white male. Because in India, that'd be the very top class. They had a caste system with whites on the top, basically. So she's going to go and show him in a ritual that she's going to dominate him and use the magic words of white supremacy and the magic words of racism, and he'll submit to her. So it's kind of a coming of age. It's kind of cute. Like, you can't do that in your country. They just throw some gasoline on you and light you up and go get another dowry. That's just the culture. I'm not even against it. It's just a fact. So you can come here in the West, in the Christian society that's totally open to you and has basically spread its legs for you, and you can run up and henpeck because we have no defense mechanism and roll over and kiss your ass. I mean, that's what it is. That's all it is. And the globalists want to extinguish the West. Now, most Indians actually love this and want freedom and want prosperity and want to be successful. But you sit there on top, the top demographic, the highest earning group. Paul's article has the mainline government graphs of the highest paid group in America, Indian Americans. And then you're bitching, we're the richest, we're the most successful, oh my God, we make over $100,000 a year. And you make $26,000 white male. Indian American household income, $101,000 plus. And down there, because you can't call any other group, we've got the European American, and you find the final statistic. It's in the article, $26,000. That's the Source American Community Survey, and there's several others. The point is that it's just a load of crap. But see, the old model that's not Western is fight with each other over what caste or what group you're in. We were the revolutionaries in the West trying to get rid of it. So in a way, we're susceptible with no immune system to giant groups brought in that still have that. Now, when they respond, I'll say an Indian woman should have gasoline thrown on her and be lit on fire. No, I said, if J-Lo loves bringing in radical Islamicists from Somalia so much, if she went to Somalia, she'd be kidnapped and gang raped in 5 minutes. I said, please don't go do that. Same thing here. You can go be in a caste system and have some gasoline thrown on you. Hold on one second. Hello. Hey. Hey, brother, I'm on air. I'm going to call you back, all right? Thanks. Anyways, I don't know when I'm on air. Certain area codes you got to answer or you miss calls. I used to ignore phone calls. Now I don't ignore phone calls. Because you miss the president's phone call a good 10, 15 times. It's more than that now. It's not, I'm not bragging for all the dumbasses out there. I don't need the president to call me to be successful. And I've stood up and built our own operation with the listeners that love freedom. Trump is an extension of our success, just like he told Michael Savage wouldn't have been elected without you. It's all that coalition of liberty. We're with Trump. He's with us. It's not like we have to go be patted on the head. That's not what it's like with Trump. Oh, Alec Baldwin, if you can't make it, I got this. Ron Perlman says he wants to attack me. Let's go back to the clip I'm playing of a woman in an open free society that doesn't dominate women. She wants to be uber alpha now, and she's going to go flap her wings and get in Sean Spicer's face. Here it is.
Feel to work for a fascist? How does it feel? You have a great country. How do you have you helped with the Russia stuff? Are you a criminal as well? Have you committed treason too?
Because see, the Russians and Trump have all been proven to be criminals. The Russians run everything. In fact, Putin, I want to take a drink of water. Putin, I can't pick this glass up with water in it. Putin, levitated into my mouth. Putin. Let's go back to her.
Just like the president?
Thank you.
Have you committed treason too? What can you tell me about Russia?
Such a great country to live in.
Yeah, what can you tell me about Russia, Mr. Secretary?
Thank you
What
very
can you tell me?
Pause again. Look, like he's just his own guy sitting there trying to get some electronics at a slave goods place, which I do too. I mean, they're all made by slaves. It's a sad thing, but let's just go back to her. Here's the rest, and then his response. Here it is.
You know you work for a fascist, right? You work for a fascist. How do you feel about
I learned the word.
that? How do you feel
Fascist.
about destroying our country?
Fascist. Fascist.
How do you feel about that? Do you feel good about the decisions you're making? About lying to the American people? Do you feel good about lying to the American people? Do you feel good?
You're mean to women. America's, you're white. You got to read her Twitter. You're white. You hurt women. What is it? Hundreds of thousands of women a year get gasoline thrown on them and get burned up in India because then they can get another dowry because you've got to pay for somebody to take your daughter. I'm not bashing India, great people, whatever. People have their backgrounds, problems, ancient stuff, whatever. Huge population, hey. Oh my God, I don't like America, I'm so rich. White male. Go read her website, go read her Twitter. Oh my gosh, I don't like you. What are you doing? I'm sick of this. I hate this. I hate your free society. Skip this break. Now let's go ahead and play Sean Spicer's response hours later. in a press briefing room. Here it is.
What would be, I guess, your message to individuals who want to maybe, I see that woman was, you could argue, very aggressive. If somebody doesn't want to be aggressive and has a question for you, what would be your kind of message to a regular citizen that has an issue?
Ask it. I interact with individuals all day long. 99% of them are pleasant, even with people who may not agree with our philosophy or programs or whatever. But it's a free country, and the beauty of it is that people can act how they want, no matter how that's interpreted. And as long as they stay on the right side of the First Amendment, we're good. Francesca.
Thank you, Sean.
So there you go. And I know what Trump's doing. He's letting the people attack and just putting up with it and being classy, hoping, here, let us cut your energy prices. Here, let us get jobs. Here, let us create some of this prosperity with all the new innovation that's coming and life extension. Here, just let us. The globalists want to kill you. The globalists want a world government to cut off the resources and kill everybody, including Indians en masse. And they want to merge Islam into India and have a huge war. That's the admitted plan. Just please let us stabilize things and let us end China's one-child policy and end communism, and we can do everything together. Just please let us be good people. Please let it. No, you're the West. Die. But let me get into your country as soon as possible. Let me into your country right now because it's so horrible and so oppressive, Sean Spicer. That's what we're dealing with here. This is the mindlessness. This is the garbage. This is the brainwashing. I want to open the phones up to talk about any of the stuff we've covered, any of the news pieces, but I want to give you the number and then get to a piece out of the Colbert Report that really illustrates the brainwashing that's going on. The toll-free number to join us is 800-259-9231, 800-259-9231, 800-259-9231. I'm going to get to that in a moment. First off, we have basically pretty much sold out of the new amazing antifungal, anti-yeast proprietary system that goes with the Biome Defense probiotics at InfoWarsLife.com. That's why it's gone back to regular retail. But your health is worth everything. And a little bit of extra profit we make goes back into the company to help fight the globalist. You can sign up for auto ship and still get the 10% off as well. Free shipping on all orders. That ends today. InfoWarsLife.com or 888-253-3139. Myco ZX Fungus and Yeast Cleanser by InfoWars Life. Check it out for yourself. We have the Ultimate Paleo Formulation Caveman for 33% off introductory pricing at InfoWarsStore.com. And for a limited time, we're giving you Caveman again at 33% off. Also, we have the new RZ Air Filtration Preparedness Mask now available at InfoWarsStore.com. Highly discounted, the best reusable, replaceable system out there. Also, we're going to have the special again today, 50% off Super Female Vitality. That's a massive discount. There are formulas similar to it that cost twice the retail. So to do it at that price is unprecedented. Sign up for InfoWars.com/newsletter. Not just get breaking news and video and article updates, but also get 50% off a product every day. One of the products will always be 50% off 7 days a week when you open that email. So it's critical to do that. And also send that email on to others you know. InfoWarsLife.com, InfoWarsStore.com, or 888-253-3139. And we're under massive attack, obviously, everywhere. The establishment knows they're in trouble. The establishment knows people aren't listening to them anymore. So they're just going to next-level lies to kind of create fake controversies around those. So it's crazy. Look, I'm not going to sit here and say, see, I told you so, that communist Chinese-style net censorship was coming to the web, because it's already here. It's being announced. The way you keep the internet open and free is you get involved more than ever. Go to InfoWars.com/app. A new battleship in the fight. InfoWars Live, available right now. We're looking for a crew to man it. You going to sit down and play games and be a trendy? Or are you going to be part of history? Don't sit by and let the internet and free speech be stolen from you. Take action.